Have you ever looked down at your legs and wondered, when did this happen? One day they were strong and steady, taking you everywhere. The next, they feel heavier, maybe a little sore. Perhaps the skin is thinner, drier, or just not the same. But what if I told you that a simple, natural oil, something you might already have in your kitchen, could change how your legs feel and look in just 7 days? Sounds too good to be true? Keep listening, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share a gentle remedy that's been quietly gaining attention among holistic health experts. And it's something Barbara O'Neill, the world-renowned natural health educator, swears by. This isn't just about moisturizing dry skin or covering up aging signs. It's about activating the natural healing wisdom inside your body by giving your legs exactly what they need. And the secret? Castor oil. Now wait. Before you brush it off as just another old folk remedy, let me tell you why this oil is being called liquid gold for circulation, nerves, and skin rejuvenation. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, let me take you back to a small countryside home in New South Wales, Australia, where Barbara O'Neill's passion for natural healing began. She wasn't born into money or medicine. She was a mother, a midwife, and someone who had to learn the hard way how to heal her body when conventional answers didn't work. In her decades of helping others, especially seniors, Barbara discovered that sometimes the most powerful remedies are the ones nature already gave us. Castor oil was one of them. It's not a new discovery. In fact, this thick, sticky oil has been used for over 4,000 years by ancient Egyptians, Ayurvedic doctors in India, and wise grandmothers around the world. But what's most surprising is how it works on the legs. You see, as we age, our circulation naturally slows down. That's normal. But slower blood flow can lead to cold feet, tingling, restless legs at night, spider veins, and even discoloration or swelling. Have you felt any of these lately? Here's the twist. Castor oil, when massaged onto the legs, doesn't just moisturize the skin. It stimulates the lymphatic system, boosts blood circulation, and can even relieve nerve pain. It's like giving your legs a warm hug from the inside out. And here's what's even more interesting. Barbara O'Neill teaches that castor oil penetrates deep into the tissues, deeper than most oils. That's why it can soften hardened tissues, dissolve scar tissue, reduce inflammation, and even help with varicose veins and fluid retention. Now let me ask you, have you ever tried castor oil on your legs before? If you haven't, this might be the most comforting 7-day ritual you ever add to your routine. You don't need a prescription, and you don't need expensive creams with complicated ingredients. Just a small bottle, your hands, and a few calm minutes before bed. We'll walk through the exact technique shortly. Barbara's personal method step by step. But before we get to that, let me share a quick story. A woman named Evelyn, 72 years old, began applying castor oil to her legs every night after watching one of Barbara's lectures. At first, she didn't think much would happen. She just wanted to see if it would help with her dry, itchy skin. But by the third day, she noticed something strange. Her legs weren't as restless at night. By day 5, her ankles weren't as swollen, and by day 7, the dry patches she'd had for years had started to fade. She wrote, "It's like my legs woke up again. I feel a connection to them I hadn't felt in years." Now, isn't that something? If this message speaks to you, please hit that like button and subscribe. And if you're feeling hopeful right now, just type 1 in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go deeper. Why is castor oil so unique compared to other natural remedies? Well, here's the secret. Castor oil contains something called ricin oleic acid, a rare fatty acid not found in most plants. This acid has powerful anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. When massaged into the skin, it gets absorbed into your bloodstream and stimulates the immune system, especially the lymph flow. Why does that matter? Because your lymphatic system is like your body's internal cleaning crew. It clears out toxins, waste, and excess fluid. But as we get older, and especially when we're less active, our lymphatic system can become sluggish. That leads to puffiness, aches and a general feeling of heaviness. But castor oil, it's like a gentle wake-up call for that system. And here's something Barbara emphasizes: the ritual is just as healing as the oil itself. Taking time to care for your legs with intention, using warm hands and slow movements, sends a message to your body: you still matter. You're still loved. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time you thanked your legs for carrying you through decades of life, for walking, dancing, running, or standing strong for your children or spouse? They deserve a little care. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly should you apply castor oil? Great question. But before we move on, there's one ingredient, when combined with castor oil, that Barbara says takes the healing to an entirely new level. It's something that helps drive the oil even deeper into the tissues and soothes the nerves like nothing else. So what is that special ingredient Barbara O'Neill adds to castor oil? It's not some rare herb from the Himalayas. It's actually something simple, natural, and incredibly comforting. It's heat. Just gentle, consistent warmth. Barbara recommends applying a warm compress or heating pad over the area after massaging castor oil into your legs. Why? Because heat enhances absorption. It allows the oil and all those healing compounds to sink deeper into your tissues, where they can start working their magic. This combination of castor oil and warmth can do wonders. It softens tense muscles, encourages blood flow, and calms irritated nerves. For anyone dealing with aching legs, numbness, tingling, or even varicose veins, this added step makes all the difference. But here's what makes the 7-day ritual so powerful. It's not just about what you apply, it's also about how you do it. Let's walk through Barbara's daily technique together. You can do this every evening before bed. It's gentle, simple, and only takes about 15 minutes. But the impact, it stays with you all night and beyond. Step 1. Find a quiet, cozy space. Sit down somewhere comfortable. You can do this in bed, on a recliner, or even at the edge of a warm bath. Step 2. Pour a small amount of organic cold-pressed castor oil into your palm. Just enough to cover your hands, about a teaspoon to start. Warm it up by rubbing your hands together. Step 3. Begin massaging it gently into your legs, starting at the feet and working your way upward. Use slow circular motions. Let your touch be firm but kind. Think of this as a way to say thank you to your body. Focus especially around your calves, ankles, and thighs. Wanajis quack. But the tailwards and thighs. These are the areas where blood and lymph flow often slow down with age. Step 4. Once your legs are covered, place a warm compress or heating pad over them. If you don't have a pad, a hot water bottle wrapped in a towel works beautifully. Now rest. Just sit or lie down and let your body absorb all that healing for 10-15 minutes. This is your time. Let it be peaceful. Now, what should you expect over the 7 days? Let's break it down day by day so you know what to look for and what to feel. Day 1. Most people feel an immediate difference in skin softness. Castor oil is a rich emollient. It nourishes deep layers of your skin and begins hydrating from the first application. You might notice your legs feel a bit warmer too. That's the circulation starting to kick in. Day 2. The skin may begin to look healthier, with less dullness or ashiness. If you had any tightness or tension, it may begin to ease. Some people notice a tingling sensation during this day. It's a sign your nerves and vessels are responding. Day 3. Many users report improved sleep on night 3. Why? Because your legs are finally relaxed. That sensation of restlessness or the urge to move them around fades. The castor oil soothes nerve endings and signals your nervous system to wind down. Day 4. This is when something special often happens. Swelling starts to go down. If you've had puffiness in your ankles or fluid retention, you might see or feel a reduction here. Your lymphatic system is waking up. Day 5. Veins may appear slightly less prominent, and overall skin tone improves. If you've had discoloration or dry patches, you'll notice a more even appearance. One viewer even said it was the first time her legs looked alive again in years. Day 6. A sense of lightness begins to emerge. Your legs might feel easier to move. You may feel more motivated to walk, stretch, or just enjoy the comfort of pain-free limbs. One senior said, "It was like walking with younger legs again." Day 7. By now you've established a gentle rhythm. You're not just seeing change, you're feeling it. And you'll probably start wondering, why didn't I try this sooner? But here's something else to keep in mind. This 7-day ritual isn't a finish line. It's a doorway. You see, Barbara O'Neill teaches that healing is not just physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. When you take time every evening to care for your legs, to really be with your body, you begin to reconnect with parts of yourself you might have forgotten. You remember what it feels like to nurture yourself, to give love to the parts of you that have carried you through decades. That's why so many people continue the practice, even after the first week. Some do it every night, others once or twice a week, as maintenance. But the benefits go far beyond smoother skin or better sleep. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your legs are holding on to emotion? Think back to stressful times in your life. Where did the tension go? For many of us, it settles in the legs and lower back. We power through, we push forward, but that stress stores itself deep in our tissues. Castor oil massage, combined with warmth and intention, helps release that. Some people even report emotional releases, tears, laughter, or unexpected memories while doing the massage. Don't be surprised if you feel something similar. It's your body saying, "Thank you. I'm ready to let this go now." Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. Barbara often recommends pairing this ritual with gentle breathing or affirmations. Something like, "I am grounded, I am healing, I am connected to my body." Try saying those words, or something like them, while massaging your legs. The combination of touch, breath, and loving words creates a powerful healing loop. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. If all you do is rub in the oil and rest for 10 minutes, that's enough. Your body knows what to do with kindness. But what if you don't have castor oil? You can start with olive oil or coconut oil. They're nourishing too. But castor oil is special because of its rich in oleic acid and its deeply penetrating nature. If possible, get a bottle of organic, cold-pressed castor oil. You can usually find it in health food stores or online. It lasts a long time, and a little goes a long way. Now, one question we hear a lot is this: are there any side effects or risks? For most people, castor oil is very safe when used topically. It's even used in some natural remedies for babies and pregnant women. But here are a few precautions. Don't apply to broken skin or open wounds. Test a small area first if you have sensitive skin. Avoid getting it in your eyes. Don't use heat if you have any condition where warmth could be dangerous, like neuropathy or circulatory disorders. And always check with your doctor if you're unsure. Now let's take a moment to reflect on something deeper. Our legs are more than just limbs. They're history books. They tell the story of your life, where you've walked, the steps you've taken, the strength you've shown, and yes, even the burdens you've carried. They've danced in celebration. They've stood still in grief. They've knelt in prayer, held children, walked into new beginnings, and walked out of old ones. They deserve our gratitude. So as you start or continue this ritual, let it be more than a routine. Let it be a relationship, a quiet, nightly reunion between you and your body. And here's a little tip to make it even more special. Play some soft music in the background. Light a candle, dim the lights. Make this a sacred space. Healing doesn't have to be clinical. In fact, it works best when it's warm, gentle, and filled with care. Now, we'll explore how this ritual fits into the bigger picture of aging well and feeling vibrantly alive no matter your age. We'll also look at a few other tips Barbara O'Neill shares for healthy legs, including one surprising thing you can eat that supports circulation and skin from the inside out. So stay with me, because this is where everything begins to connect. So now that we've walked through the 7-day castor oil ritual and the beautiful connection it creates between your body and your healing process, let's take it one step further. Because while what we do on the outside is powerful, what we do on the inside matters just as much. Barbara O'Neill often reminds us that health is not just skin deep. Your legs and your entire circulatory system depend on what you nourish your body with. That includes movement, thoughts, and yes, food. So if you're truly ready to feel better, not just temporarily, but sustainably, here are a few gentle shifts you can bring into your daily rhythm. Let's talk about something you can add to your plate right away. Beets. That's right. That humble root vegetable your grandmother may have canned in her kitchen is actually one of the most powerful foods for your legs. Beets are rich in nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide helps dilate your blood vessels, improving blood flow. When blood flows better, your legs feel warmer, lighter, and more energized. Barbara often suggests beetroot juice, or simply roasting fresh beets with a little olive oil and rosemary. It's delicious, and it supports your circulatory system from the inside out. But there's more. She also recommends cayenne pepper for its ability to boost circulation, turmeric to reduce inflammation in blood vessels and joints, and dark leafy greens, like kale or spinach, which help oxygenate your blood and support vascular health. Have you noticed a pattern? Nature provides what we need if we learn to listen. And what about movement? Now I know. Many of us have slowed down over the years. Maybe you used to walk daily, but now deal with stiffness, fatigue, or balance issues. But here's something important. Even gentle, low-impact movements can make a world of difference. In fact, Barbara often recommends one very simple daily ritual to support leg circulation, and it only takes 5 minutes. It's called Legs Up the Wall. Here's how it works. Lie down on your back, close to a wall. Gently scoot your hips toward the wall and raise your legs so they're resting vertically. Let your arms relax at your sides. Breathe slowly, deeply, and just rest like that for 5 minutes. It's incredibly calming for your nervous system, and it allows gravity to support lymph drainage and circulation in your legs. Many people say this position helps reduce swelling, improves sleep, and relieves tension. It's a simple thing, but often those are the most powerful. So now we've looked at how to support our legs externally, with castor oil and warmth, and internally, with food, movement, and intention. But there's one more layer we haven't talked about yet. Your mind. Because believe it or not, how we think and feel about our bodies affects how they heal. There's a growing field of science exploring the connection between emotions and physical pain. And for many seniors, leg pain is tied not just to circulation, but to feeling stuck, unsupported, or weighed down. Have you ever felt like your legs are holding you back? Maybe it's fear of falling, or the grief of not being able to do what you once could. Barbara teaches that when we show our legs love, through touch, nourishment, and presence, we also begin to shift our mindset. We begin to reframe aging from something to fear into something to embrace with grace. Because aging isn't about decline, it's about wisdom. It's about deeper connection with your body. It's about giving yourself permission to care, not just for others, but for yourself. Now let's bring everything together with a recap and a deeper insight you may not have considered. For 7 days, you've committed to a ritual of castor oil, warmth, and loving attention. You've learned how this oil sipulation soothes nerves, nourishes the skin, supports the lymphatic system, and invites emotional release. You've paired it with small but meaningful choices, beets, turmeric, elevating your legs, and creating a peaceful environment. And maybe, just maybe, you've started to feel something shift, not just in your legs, but in your relationship with your body. That's the real magic. Because healing isn't about doing more. It's about remembering what your body already knows and making space for it to do what it was designed to do. Let me ask you a gentle question. When was the last time you felt at home in your body? Not just pain-free, but truly at ease, supported, alive. You deserve to feel that again. And you can. Not because of a miracle product, but because of your willingness to slow down, listen in, and reconnect. If you've made it this far, if you've listened to this entire message, I want to leave you with something Barbara said that touched me deeply. Your body is your oldest friend. It's been with you since the beginning, and it will stay with you until your last breath. Treat it kindly. Thank it often. Listen when it whispers. That's what this journey is really about. Not just legs, not just oil. It's about restoring a friendship with yourself. It's about choosing tenderness instead of frustration, curiosity instead of fear, trust instead of control. And it starts with one small ritual, repeated with love. So tonight, when you pour that castor oil into your hands, remember this isn't just self-care, it's self-respect. It's a declaration that your body still matters, that healing is possible at any age, and that the most powerful medicine is often the simplest one. Now, if this message has spoken to you, if something inside you feels a little more hopeful, a little more curious, a little more connected, please take a moment to do one of three things. 1. Subscribe, so you don't miss more calm, caring videos like this one. 2. Comment below and tell us, have you ever tried castor oil before? Or just type thank you if this brought you peace. 3. Share this video with someone you love, someone who might be struggling with their legs or feeling disconnected from their body. And if you're feeling especially brave, type I'm ready in the comments. Let us know that you're ready to walk into this next season of your life with more strength, softness, and care. Remember, healing isn't a race. There's no deadline, no finish line. There's just this moment and what you choose to do with it. So tonight, choose rest, choose kindness, choose connection. And tomorrow, let your legs carry you forward, lighter, freer, and full of quiet strength. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Until next time, be well, take care, and trust the wisdom of your body. You're doing beautifully.